there are a few questions that some of your friends, fans,
My Facebook friends.
well, whatever. They're your other friends besides
Like
Facebook.
my hat?
I really like your hat, actually.
You know I got it, eh?
No,
Keeps
what?
my ears warm. Actually, it hides my big ugly ears.
Well, I think they're
It's
cute.
a real bargain though, $25 plus tax.
That's a fuck.
Yeah,
If I'd have known that, I
but
just...
I like it. I
Okay.
like it, and I'm going to like it in the wintertime.
All right. We have a question here from my cousin, Marlene.
Marlene?
Marlene.
Okay, I'm Marlene.
Marlene says, "Are you ready to go?" And she's bantering here. "I heard the cheering squad was camping or something. What time will it begin? The race, so people can root for you."
Okay, the cheering squad camping, I assume you're referring to my grandchildren. Yeah, they're camping, but even if they weren't, they're a long ways from here. So anyway, race starts at 7 a.m. Pacific time, that's 10 o'clock Eastern time. And yeah, so even if you're thinking about me, that'd be great. Thanks.
And our next question is from Monica.
Monica.
Monica wants to know, which leg of the race do you...
Monica who? Hi, Monica.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Which leg
There's
of...
only one Monica.
I have to agree with you on that one.
Okay.
Which leg of the race do you find to be the most difficult, and why?
Swimming. Because I'm a lousy swimmer, and just imagine there's 2,800 people all pile in the water at the same time and all go the same direction to the same point. Think about it. It's just, that's the part I hate, is trying to plow through people. And because I'm a lousy swimmer, and then people elbowing you, kicking you, getting in your way, I hate to swim. I don't mind swimming so much, but I hate swimming with 2,800 other people.
Next question is from Jean, our future co-parent.
Hey, Jean.
If you could reverse order of race, would you, and to what?
Yeah, I don't think so. The swim has to be first, because after you're doing any kind of extensive workout, getting into water is a painful thing. So the swim has to be first. Could I change the bike and run? It wouldn't seem right to change it, I guess, but I suppose yeah, I don't know whether it'd be easier or harder. I would think it may be easier to get on to ride after you run, but for that reason, I guess it wouldn't seem right. The hardest part is the running in the end, and it should be last.
Okay, next question is from a very good friend that you've met, Kathy, from Volunteer.
Hey, Kathy.
She says, "What is your Ironman record time that you want to achieve personally?"
Yeah, I'm going to try to do 11 hours. I don't know whether it's possible. I really don't. I could be 12 hours, it could be 14, I could be 17. I don't know. But 11 is a stretch goal. Everything has to be just right. There can't be no flat tires. I have to have a better swim than I expected, and I have to have a very good bike ride. The run, I'm sure I'll do. Strangely, even though it's the hardest part, it's the one that worries me the least. And that's the opposite for most people.
All right, the next question is from Kai, and it's not your granddaughter.
Oh, well, I'm still not disappointed. Hi, Kai.
I knew you wouldn't be. If you get a flat tire during the race, what happens? Do they help you?
Well, if you get a flat tire, you stop. And do they help you? I suppose if you want to wait. There's probably 10 support vehicles out on the course, you know, spread out over 180 kilometers, you can imagine. So you are expected to be totally independent. You're not allowed any outside help other than, you know, official race personnel. Like if you're not allowed to have a buddy drive along beside you and give you food or help you fix your bike or whatever. So you're expected to be totally independent. Everybody carries spares. You have to fix your own flat. I mean, you don't have to. Again, you can wait, but it takes 5 minutes to fix a flat. You don't want to wait for an hour for a guy to show up. So flat repair or minor repairs or adjustments, you also carry usually a little tool. So Yeah, no, it's a solo event. You're expected to be totally independent.
We have a mutual friend coming up, Sally.
Hey, Sally.
Sally wants to know, how many calories will you consume and or lose during the race?
Consume probably around somewhere between 3,000 to 4,000 calories during the race. Probably 1,000 beforehand, of course. As far as lose, probably as much as 10,000 calories. And while it may then seem to make sense that you would eat more if you're going to burn 10,000 calories, your body simply can't absorb 10,000 calories. The rule of thumb kind of is 3,000 calories per hour, or sorry, 300 calories per hour is generally all the human body can absorb. So no sense eating more.
Our nephew Chad. Chad says, what will be driving you to succeed during the race, and what thoughts seem to linger in your mind as you are competing?
Yeah, just pure obsession, I think, Chad. It's about, I don't know, you plan this thing, right? To the idea of quitting or slowing down or whatever becomes painful. The very thought of it becomes painful. So what drives you? It's just the fear of failure, I guess. Fear, even though that's not supposed to be it, it's there. Fear of failure. So, yeah.
Niece Crystal, my angel.
Hi, Crystal.
What percentage of your drive is physical strength, and what percentage is mental strength? She says, I am 100% impressed.
Thank you. I don't know. I guess that it's you can't. It has to be 100% both, right? If you're not fit, you just don't do this. You can't survive on mental strength. It's as simple as that. So I think it's 100% of both. You have to be 100% fit and ready to do it, and you have to have your head on straight 100% because it's going to hurt. And so, you know, if you're not strong mentally, you're going to quit. That's all there is to it. So 100% of both.
Sister Ellie. She says, which idiot that you love do you think about the most during training and racing?
Which idiot that I love the most do I think about?
No, that you love, not the most, that you love.
Do I think about the most?
Do you think about the most?
Yeah,
okay.
I understand. Probably none of them, quite frankly. When I'm training or when I'm racing, it's very selfish kind of thing, right? So I'm very self-absorbed, very not the right word. I don't know. It's all inside, right? You're just fighting with yourself the whole time and struggling with yourself. And, you know, really, when I'm training, I don't think much about the people around me. And maybe that's, you know, one of the great things about it, right? Because it gives you freedom in a selfish kind of way, I suppose. But, yeah, so no one.
Your friend.
But sorry, in between the training things, I have to admit, I think about Mike Bowlby a lot.
Your friend Richard. By the way,
I know he. Be a stupid question.
He makes me laugh
Dick.
just thinking about it. Okay. Is this your last Ironman? And are you planning on retiring after this? What are your future plans? And can you start drinking beer again?
Yeah, retiring, that sounds like, you know, like I don't know, it makes it sound professional or something. So I'm pretty sure this won't be my last Ironman, because just this morning I figured out why I do it, but I won't tell you that now. I'll tell you another time, and it's a real good reason. So I'm pretty sure I'll do it again. And as far as drinking beer, I never really stopped drinking beer. But regardless, you know, whenever I think of you or spend time with you, Richard, I somehow need to have a few beers. I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, love you, buddy. Hope things are well in India.
And now I have a question for you.
Okay, this will be the hardest one of all, probably.
Have you trained differently this time around? If so, in what ways?
Yes, I've definitely trained differently this time. I was more fit going in to start with, which was a big factor. I started weight training earlier, which I think was a factor. I focused more on eating and my nutrition, which I think was a positive factor. So yeah, a little bit differently. I also was a little less regimented in other ways. You know, a little bit more by the seat of my pants. Certainly my long workouts and everything I was still pretty religious about. But some of the other stuff I was a little bit more flexible, even though I was more consistent, more flexible, but less gaps in my training. Of course, you know, not traveling near as much was a big advantage of that. Thanks a lot, Cosma, for all the spare time you've given me. Life is good.
And all right, last here, I was wondering if there was anything you'd like to share or add.
Yeah, I don't know. I mentioned in my blog that I'm a little bit afraid. I think that's normal. Afraid of something going wrong, afraid of the pain, of course. And as usual, afraid of how I will cope with anything that I would consider failure. I know there is no failure at this point, but you know, if things don't go according to plan, how will I tolerate that? Because that's pretty important to me. That, you know, there's no sense doing this, working at it for a whole year, and then coming along and having one bad day and being down on yourself. And yet, that's the only thing that I'm a little nervous about. So, so if the day goes all to hell, you know, you'll need to be there to support me. tell me that it doesn't matter. So.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate you taking the time for this, Pete. All I know is that for me,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what the outcome is. I'm proud of you.
All right, thanks.
And I love you.